Lunasil Oracle. Welcome to our Mercury Retrograde live readings. So far, I'm on. We're gonna wait for Sister to come on. For now, I want to say hi to everyone who's joining us today and whoever plans to join us during the live. So, this obviously is Mercury retrograde. It's also April. I hope everyone's having so far a good beginning of 2024. Like this, we're past the first quarter, so I hope everyone's doing okay. Let me just make sure I have everything good. But so far, today's Eid. So if anyone celebrates Eid, happy Eid to you. I got off from work, so it's a plus for me. I hope you guys are having a good, just overall day, holidays, and so on. But let me know what you guys did for the eclipse. If you guys excuse me, watched the eclipse and all that. Did you do anything special? Did you see it? Were you busy? So we're gonna wait in the meantime for Sister to come on, and then we can do our Mercury and retrograde readings. And those who already booked on my website for the Mercury and retrograde readings, it does not have to pertain to Mercury and retrograde necessarily, but it can hint around an area in your life, and we can address it in regards in the timing of Mercury and retrograde. I think it ends uh May. Let me just look that up. This Mercury retrograde, hold on. Retrograde, April 2024. Let's see. It says here till April 25th. So, but I think in general, we're going to hit upon just what you need to know and hear for Mercury retrograde. And you know, Mercury retrograde, it's when it doesn't necessarily mean the planet moves backwards. I actually heard that it's goes so slow in rotation that it looks like it's going backwards. But that does obviously connect to communication and technology, intellect, and business. So does affect those things. So if you've been having anything wrong with your like delays in transit or when you're moving in traffic or whatnot, also just things are not working as great, like the Wi-Fi or your internet or phone service is not working, or it's having a lagging, that's also affected by Mercury retrograde. Hey Martika, how you doing? Happy April. Technically April's the new year, so that's the new year. Aries signs how they start the new year, so happy new year. Happy new year and happy eclipse, Eid. There's so many holidays. Easter, if any of you celebrated, so many things happening all within the last week. But I hope you're doing good. I hope you're feeling good. I hope the first quarter of the year is something that was okay, and this second quarter of the year, I hope it's good for us. I feel like it's going to be really good. Multitasking. We'll hang up on a call now and pay attention. No worries. We're going to wait a little bit for Sister to see if she can come on so we can start these readings. Let me see. I just messaged her. Matika, is it possible if you can message Sister too? Because I messaged her and I didn't get response just yet. So I want to make sure she's okay. Or want to make sure like my technology is not acting weird. Um, but yeah, so the cycle of Mercury, Mercury in retrograde started April 2nd and it ends 25th. But this is not the only period of time we're going to have Mercury retrograde throughout the year. I think we might have 3 times this year. I will tell you. Let's look up this information. I'm not too well versed in astrology. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm more of like intuitive. I know that. But astrology is a whole different language for me. I know bits and pieces. Okay, let's see what Mercury retrograde is going to start. So, heads up for you guys. So, let's see. So, the Mercury retrogrades we're going to have for 2024, and this is just a little information about the year and, information for you to kind of have and be aware of. So then if you are in these times or in the future we experience this, you'll know it's Mercury retrograde. So, we have one this year, April 1st to April 24th, or I guess April 25th, depending on what sources you read. The second round of Mercury retrograde is August 5th to August 27th. Again, those might be a day or two off, depending on the sources you read. And the last round of Mercury retrograde is November 25th, 2024 to December 15th. And that's actually quite a while. Looks like almost a month of Mercury retrograde. So that's the Mercury retrogrades for 2024 this year. Okay. Yep. That's so we're gonna have three more times, and those are the times. So yeah. So far, this Mercury retrograde is not too bad. I don't know. It's not hitting me that bad, thankfully. So um but I hope it's doing well for you. And obviously, some of you came on to get a reading for this Mercury retrograde. If any of you will like a reading or want to gain a spot and get a reading from me and sister, um, please look at the comment box below. I put the link. Did I put the link? I think I put the link to the. I don't think I did. You know what it is? I meant to put a link and I forgot to. I'm going to update that. Hey, sister, I was
Hi.
just telling them of Mercury retrograde and the times, and then I mentioned all the Mercury retrogrades we're gonna have for 2024. So
Oh
the
yes.
three rounds.
Yeah, gross. Like, like oh, sorry. This morning I woke up with my throat bothering me, so I had to make sure I had like warm tea or coffee with me to help me right now because I was like, I don't want to cancel today or like reschedule today. I was like, I definitely want to do this today, so I was like, let me
Aw.
like I was at first.
Tea, tea and lemon. That will help your throat. Like
Yeah, so I
honey and
was like,
lemon together will be really nice. You're getting sick too. Everyone I know is getting allergy sick. Like there's like
yeah,
allergies are
especially
really.
in Florida, since we're so like I don't know, like I don't know what's. I think someone was sick at work, and I thought it was my assumption that maybe they passed something on to me, but then someone was telling me that they just think maybe it's that because it's allergy season and stuff like that. That maybe I caught it's just me with it's that time of the year, and but I don't know, like, which it could be possible. Like my throat does hurt; it feels like a little scratchy, but that's how I was like, oh my god, like I know myself, and if I go to sleep now, I probably won't feel the best later. Like I just know it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make some tea or coffee and like just go just go through.
I'm sorry you're feeling under the weather. I'm gonna put I forgot to put the link to book if people want to do it during the live. So I put it early. I thought I put it, and then I realized I didn't. So I'm doing it right now. But drink your tea, get ready. And so far we have two people
Yay.
that put in some orders for Mercury retrograde. Since if both of you are on, thank you for joining us, and please like the live. It helps the algorithms, the AI. It helps put on YouTube that you
The
like us and
robot.
puts that out. Yeah, basically puts us out more for other people to see. We have Martika and Jennifer uh, for readings today, and since both of you are on. Thank you for joining us. These readings are going to be in depth, but short and sweet for sister's throat's sake. She's going to get to the
Yeah.
point on these readings, and I will do the same. Um, So since you two are on, it looks like maybe Jennifer's on too. Thank you for joining me. Please think about what questions you want us to answer during the time that we are collecting ourselves, which we'll start very soon. I just want to put this link up because I completely forgot. Today I took a nap because I was like, I have a day off today. I was like, I'm gonna take a nap. I actually slept for 2 hours. It felt good.
Girl, my naps are like 5 hour naps. I cannot nap for just like a
To
few minutes. No. Like, or an
No.
hour, because then I feel still like, and I get upset because I still want to keep sleeping. So I can't. Like, it has to be longer.
Uh, if I do more than like a nap, like 2 hours is a lot for me. But if I do 5 hours, it might as well just be a whole nap, a whole thing for me. I'll sleep the whole time. I'll pass that 5 hours and I'll knock out. I'll be like, I'll be sleeping. I'll be like, all right, sleepy time. My body don't have that. Unfortunately, I can't do the. Oh, there it is. I'm trying to find the link.
You said the second person that Jennifer, I can't say. Okay, I'll say I did see your message. That's what it was. But I wanted to know why I need to shift in order to keep moving positive changes in my life. Okay. Hey girl, I saw your message. I was like, I'm pretty sure it was her. Let me double look right now. I have my laptop open here. So when I'm here on my phone, I put do not disturb because on my phone, if someone calls or something, it kind of disrupts. But here on my laptop, I see everything too. So I was like, I know I got a message. Oh my god. Okay, girl, we definitely have your question. Thank you for letting us know. And then Dynamics is gonna, share the video, and she's gonna put, what is it, a timestamp with like people's is it
On
your initials or your name, and then you can always
the
look back to it.
initials, yeah.
Your initials.
Initials
There
for
you go.
privacy. Obviously your readings out there for
Yeah.
the world to see, but still, they don't know you. Shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
They
Yeah. Yeah.
they don't know you. So yeah, I'm gonna do a timestamp and then your initials, and you can view it as many times as you like.
Yes. Okay. Let me see something.
Okay. So now we're gonna start in like you're gonna start in like 2-3 minutes.
I'm good to start. Ooh, let me just grab a tissue. But I'm good to start when you're good to start.
Yeah. I post the link. So if anyone else wants to join and get a reading from both of us, you get two readers for one question, which I think, and for that price is, I think, is a steal. I think is a really good deal. So um let me make sure I get out of here. Oh, that's fine. Let me get out. Aha. All right. So think I'm ready. Give you a minute. You're blowing your nose. I want to give you a minute. Oh, poor sister's sick. Hopefully, it's just allergies and it's something that you experience for like 2 days or something, or a day.
Oh my goodness. Ooh. Yeah, because actually Friday I'm supposed to see my Tiga too for some Reiki and catching up, so I cannot be I cannot be sick. Or I
Wow.
don't want to be sick to not see her. So
Where
okay,
the
let me
fuck?
see. What was I gonna do? Okay.
All right. So we're gonna start first with Matika, and then
What?
Jennifer, And then whoever, if anyone else joins us, awesome. If not, that's okay too. I know Sister Sicky Poo, so um whoever joins us, whatever happens, we enjoy it. We are here for you, and obviously we'll probably do it again, maybe at a different time. Next time, sister, tell me you're sick, and we'll
Oh,
we'll reschedule, girl, because I don't want you reading when you're feeling like that. Okay.
it was just more like it's really my like again my throat and my thing is like my obviously I'm stuffy and stuff, but then I kind of told myself I felt like this since the morning I woke up. I've been up um since like 5 or like yeah like since 5, and I remember I told myself okay if like halfway through the day I already feel like I cannot take this anymore, I'm gonna say something. But I was pretty good to go. So that's how I was like, okay, you know what? I don't feel. Are you drinking tea or meds? Yeah, I'm drinking some tea now. I did not take meds because I haven't gotten meds. The only thing I thought about was like if tomorrow my throat is still not right, I feel like that would be something. Maybe I need antibiotics or something, and then I should go to the urgent care to try to get something. I remember my mom had given me it's a very Hispanic thing. You know when your parents still have like leftover meds and shit. My mom has some like antibiotics that she's giving me, but I'm just like I don't know. Sometimes I just don't want to be taking random shit, or I don't know like if that's even gonna do anything to my to your infection and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my god.
Your
Oh,
mom's funny.
Martika's coming through with the vapor rub. Exactly. You know what? I do have vapor rub.
Yeah,
That's true. I'm gonna
definitely
put
honey and lemon in the
yeah.
tea will soothe your throat.
That's what she said now. Maybe honey in the tea. Yes. And sometimes
That's
I just
something
like
good.
taking a spoonful of the tea of the honey and I'll just
That's
like
good.
swallow that. Yeah.
It coats your throat really good.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
cleansing the deck. And they're
Okay.
both 7.
Okay.
Yes, both 7. For a minute, that thing I was like, the. They're both 7, so we're
Ooh,
doing
okay,
that.
today. Ooh, today I'm gonna take out some cards I've not taken out in a long time. And I thought about it, I was
Ooh,
like, why have I not used these cards? I am so like you have a bunch of cards or and stuff like
look
that.
how ghetto I am.
That's hilarious.
I use anything, man.
You use it. Ding, 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 ding. I have my here actually. I have my little bowl too. I have my.
I have this. I'll be like, where is it? I can't find the stick. Oh, here you go with some lip liner. That's
I have my
funny.
little. Yes.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh my god! I meant to actually text my thing about the eclipse because it just knocked me the f out. I did not like. I was like. I was gonna do just like a meditation because I was like, there's a lot going on. So I was like, I'm just gonna like do a sound healing, a meditation, and I just passed out. Like I just passed out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't slept like in a long time,
That's
and
good.
it was really. But the Mercury retrograde, I don't know how it's been treating you, but to me, actually, it's been revealing a lot. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you something about work. Oh my gosh, Zoe. Oh my gosh, girl, you have how the hell? I knew I had to tell you something. Girl, oh my gosh! Remember that whole thing of like the spell work and this? You have no idea
It
how the
worked that good.
tables rotated and what is happening. It is hilarious. I'm gonna tell you after. Let me see. But
Ooh,
girl, it is
girl.
insane. It is hilarious. So the retrograde, it's more like, oh my gosh! So yesterday, oh my gosh, there's been stupid little shit that's been happening. So actually, yesterday I took an Uber from work. I was exhausted. I was super tired. I did my groceries. My groceries were expensive as fuck. And to be honest, for a minute, I was like, fuck, why did I? Not that I had to spend it, but I'm like, fuck, how did my groceries almost double in like, I buy the same shit that I always had bought it. And then I, going to this one grocery store here. It's called Publix. Martina knows. Like, I typically don't just buy from them because they have become very pricey, but it's very convenient because it's close by. So I bought my regular stuff and I spent like $100. And I remember thinking back then it would cost me half or maybe 60. So I was like, damn,
Damn.
this sucks. You know, whatever. It's just like, at least I told myself, okay, I have my groceries, I have my food, I'm not buying crap in the streets, you know, like that's why I also bought the groceries so I could prep. I take an Uber and we're on the way. Almost halfway home, there's like a little bridge I have to cross the I-95, Marta, right before the I-95 to split to go north or south. A car slides and rams us. And we had a pull on the side of the road. It's mid traffic. The cops didn't show up till 40 minutes later.
Whoa.
Lyft wouldn't order me a new ride. It was through Lyft. Lyft wouldn't order me a new ride, and they told me that what I have to do is that the driver had to cancel my ride, and then I had to order a ride. So I was like, so you guys don't even call a ride for me? Like, I have to spend more money on top of me already getting into an accident to like
That's crazy.
and then they're like, yeah, I'm so sorry. That's all I can do for you. And I was like, you're not doing nothing for me. I was like, livid. I was so annoyed. I just wanted to be home. And I kept thinking, dude, this is Mercury retrograde. But I was also thinking, what is the purpose of this? Why did you? I kept thinking, why did you put me in this accident? No, I didn't get hurt. Like, thank God. The guy stopped right when, like, because he was kind of like we were a big SUV actually. And the guy that hit us was like a little like Mini Cooper thing. But he literally, his whole car slid on us. And it was on my side. It was the craziest, but I know it was his fault because he was trying to speed. And as we're turning, he went like, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to go. And it was like this younger guy. He was just cursing us out. Or like, not really me, the driver. He was fighting with the driver. And I'm just there watching the whole thing just happen. And he swears that the driver, it was the driver's fault, but honestly, I think it was the guy's fault. Like, he was trying to like speed up to get there, like to go before us. And he was a tiny car, and that was like an SUV. How are you gonna, you know?
You can't go that fast.
Exactly. You can't unless you're like a racing. It wasn't even like a racing car or anything like that.
He
Wow, but
thought.
thank God you were okay and holding water all over the car. The other right, yeah, no, that poor guy. I feel bad for him because you know he's working, he's trying to make his money.
He
I was like,
basically
pobrecito, que
lost
pena.
income on that too.
Exactly. And then I was like, damn it, you know, I was kind of like very empathetic towards him. Like, I wasn't pissed at him or anything, you know, I'm just kind of like more like annoyed that we had to wait for so long for the
For
cops
any
to
help.
show up. And the cops were like, you know, and luckily the guy had like a camera, like a dash cam. So they had to wait for the dash cam. And I was like, no, okay, forget this. I told the guy, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna leave. Wherever you need, I think you have my name and stuff, but I'm just gonna go. Like, it was crazy. And I was like, dude, when I got home, the first thing I did was I cleansed myself and showered because my teeth was putting holy water. And I was like, no, dude, I don't know what was the purpose of that. Or if I don't know, but I was just like, that was just too much. Or it was just like
That's
the
a lot.
retrograde is crazy.
No, that like shocks your whole nervous system.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I was like, oh
What?
my gosh. Or like even like I felt really bad for the driver because you could tell that he was stressing, you know? And the other kid, you could tell that he was just more like pissed. And I'm there thinking, like, dude, like the guy really had like this ego that he thought he was right, but honestly, I don't think he was. I think he was speeding and threw himself in front of us. But
That's so senseless. They should revoke his license.
ah! But it's Florida. They let people drive around like that out here. It's crazy.
That's how people die and get killed. Luckily, you and the driver's unscathed. That's stupid, senseless.
It really is.
That's why I'm like, are you really like you're gonna get to a red light regardless? Why are you speeding?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
And I
know.
understand it was like mid people here drive crazy. Well, you've been here in Florida, but I don't know if you've really like been in the roads or experienced how people are driving. But people drive
Oh, I
freaking
believe it because here they drive crazy.
uh
It's I think it's just metropolitan and also
yeah.
very high populated areas. There's always going to be a series of wackadoo. They think they're in torque. What is it? Torque and fucking Fast and the Furious drivers. Italian job. I don't know what the hell they're thinking that they are, but It's just at this day and age, common sense. Whatever time you're gonna get to wherever you're gonna go, it doesn't matter. Be late.
Yeah.
Your life is not worth it.
Yeah.
Like worth like hurting people and hurting yourself. Just the speed.
Yeah, for sure. That's something I think about a lot. So far, plumbing issues, my sister flushed a pair of my ah!
How did that happen?
Dug a backyard. Oh my god. Oh my city commission meeting. Oh, tomorrow city commission. Can't wait for Mercury Retrograde to be over. Yes. Oh my god.
Is your sister gonna pay for that money?
Her sister is probably not gonna pay for that. She should, but I highly doubt her sister's gonna pay for that.
Ah, well, you know what? It's almost ending. The 24th or 25th.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. There's what,
14 to
like, okay.
15 days away. Right? Not bad. All right, so let's get on to these readings. Get you some good news. Be kind to all the people on this live who are getting readings. Good messages, please. So 7 for both. So we're gonna do Matika first.
Okay.
And 7. And Matika, is there any specific question or just whatever you guys have for you?
Hold my breath. I think I said earlier, she said about she said, whatever the guides, me, whatever my guides and angels and ancestors want me to know. Been getting a lot of signs and numbers. Let's go.
All right.
Lots going on. That's what it says. Okay. Let me close this. Oh my god, so cards I'm gonna use today, I forgot they're so big that I can never like split them and like crack them. Oh my god.
Hi, Sunny Days. We're doing donation-based readings. So if you would like a reading done from the both of us, you can go to my information box below this video and you can book a spot and get your question asked. Well, answered, I meant. So if you're interested and if you just want to view and see how we read, you can just stick around in the live.
Oh my god, do you remember the person that asked you originally if we were going to do this live reading?
Yes. What
They
about?
didn't sign up for it?
I don't think so. No.
Was it Katie?
Yes.
Because I remember you sent me a screenshot, so I was like, I think that was Katie, like her picture. Or something like that. Or I think you told me like Katie asked or something like that.
I told you I didn't send a screenshot.
Yeah,
I
it was.
told you.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay, I was like, I know there was something. Hold on, let me put this on.
I know she's on the other side of the world, so I don't know if she could or couldn't. But
She's from New
with
Zealand?
I don't think so. No. Last I
No?
heard, she didn't mention which country. No, she just mentioned
Oh.
that her time zone is different. Like when it's night here, it's day over there, and the other way around.
Oh, she's not from the UK? There is a 6 hour difference. And it could be that, like, it's like six or
I'm
like
not
seven.
sure. To be honest, she never told me exactly where,
I feel
but
like it was the UK. Because,
it
like, for
may be
example,
Europe.
like, it could be that it's like, yeah, if it's 5 here, she's already sleeping now. You know what I mean? Like,
sunny days, we're not doing free questions. We're doing donation based. So if you would like a spot for us to answer that question, check out in my information box and you can book a spot and we can answer that question for you. Okay. So just check down below for the information box.
I forgot how pretty these cards are. Fighting evil by moonlight.
No problem. Yeah, just check below. See, it's affordable price. You get two readers for an affordable price. So I think it's doable. But if I do ever announce like free readings, I will let people know in advance. Mm. So I have all her cards here.
Okay. Okay, do you want to start then?
I shall start. I have
Okay.
everything ready here. So I asked, what's your current energy for this Mercury in retrograde? I have here the Four of Cups, and then we have here the Ten of Swords. So it looks like there's definitely an ending of a mental cycle you're going through. I feel like you're kind of ending old habits. A lot of it's due to worrying. I think you're at a point where you want to be free of your worries. I feel like you're kind of done worrying about stuff or being on top of certain things. You want it to end. So there's clearly some things you're doing that you're waiting on a timeline and you're waiting for that timeline to speed up so you can let go of that responsibility or even let go of worrying or thinking about that. So this is the current energy you're in. So definitely that will be happening soon. I also see that you also tend to focus on one aspect, like one thing that you worry the most that keeps going in your mind. Maybe this is anxiety or anxiousness around it. Try to make sure that you're not hyper focusing or fixating on it, and just know that there's definitely a cycle ending. Sorry. Okay. So just focus. This is your energy for now. I feel like this is something that's going to elevate soon. Leave. Don't be weird. What are you doing? Sorry. Anything he does in advance, I apologize. Okay. Sorry, my Bika. So this is definitely the energy you're going through for um this Mercury retrograde, which is until the 24th. Okay, so there's going to be definitely some cycles ending, some mentalities ending, and this could also be again fixating or hyper focusing on things that you don't need to really focus on because it's going to be taken care of. Okay. Then I asked, is Mercury in retrograde going to bring you? And I see here we have here the Eight of some Pentacles. And we have here also the Nine of Cups. So definitely there's going to be some emotion things like emotionally you're going to be moving away from certain activities. I feel like this may be responsibilities you were given that you didn't necessarily want, but because I guess you're that type of person that can handle it. I feel like this ending of this month, there's going to be some things you're going to be focusing less on, and you don't have to pour your energy into anymore. And this will give you more energy to focus on the things that you love. So there's clearly something ending this month. There may be some type of task or job or responsibility that's going to kind of put an end to that maybe resolves itself, and there's less things that you have to worry about, and this is going to make you feel super focused on your current passions or goals that you really want to work on, and at the same time letting go. Okay, letting go of pouring yourself into things that you don't want to do, pouring yourself into the responsibilities that you don't no longer want, and finally focusing on what you do want. Okay, so that's a redirection of energy, redirection of tasks that Mercury in retrograde is going to bring you. Okay. Then I asked, how can you navigate all of this during this Mercury retrograde. We got here the Six of Cups. So this is talking about your past, your inner self, your inner child, but then also here we have the Three of Cups. So your community. So I feel like there may be people from the past coming in during this Mercury retrograde, like friends, maybe even activities, things that you do that you're gonna celebrate or have fun with. So I hear that maybe you should spend more time with the people you love during this Mercury retrograde, and it will make it less annoying, less frustrating. I think the people that you hang out with allow you to kind of breathe and enjoy the moment rather than just focusing and worrying on the things that you have to do. So my advice based on the cards is to spend more time with friends, do more things you love. For example, going out drinking, eating, places at a restaurant, maybe even reminiscing about things in the past and just remembering the good times and having just good energy, good people around you. So that's going to help you get through this Mercury retrograde. And the last card you got is clarity. So this is a message from your guides that you're going to be receiving a lot more clarity. It says here, banish the fog of illusion, open your eyes to the truth, and remember the perfection of who you are. So overall energy of Mercury retrograde is a lot of clarity. I think the clarity is removing things that you don't need to do anymore, the little tedious, minute tasks that you don't need to pay attention or do anymore, and truly focus on what matters to you, which is the people, the energy, the emotions you're focusing on, and what you truly want to pursue and do moving after Mercury retrograde. Okay, so that's overall my reading, Martika. I hope that makes sense to you. So less things to do. That's what I'm hearing. Like less multitasking, less all these things. It's gonna be a lot more easier, less
Yeah,
stress.
I'm gonna say maybe like really harsh things are happening now, and as it's going to the end, it's just gonna like ease on down, you know?
Yeah, a lot of things are gonna work itself out, and you're just not gonna have to worry about that. It's like, all right, I'm done with that. No more. I can focus on things I want to do.
So 100% try to say no more. Yes.
Yay!
Okay. Yes. I know I had one that like you said. Um, and then, but also like, I, something happened as I took out the card that's never happened to me before. So that was
What?
like, maybe you can start so I can kind of figure out what happened here. I don't know. Um, so this deck of cards, I've used them before, and I don't recall this happening, but apparently there's a card that came out twice. Like like it's the same card and it comes out
You have
twice.
doubles?
And I don't recall the deck having doubles, or I don't like after this thing, I'm gonna go through the whole deck and see what is going on. But it is
I
so
know
weird.
sometimes they have a full card double, or is it
Yeah,
full
but
card?
it's interesting. But I was like, okay, maybe the universe really wants him to assess or not worry about this, because I think that's where, based on what you just said right now, you are gonna spend a lot of money on this. It's a money card. So you said, oh my gosh, $550, $700. You have a lot going on here. So I was also kind of like low key scared your cards were gonna say something intense because of what's going on to you right now. But yeah, I think your cards are kind of like they're good. They're kind of like coming down. So I'm using actually my Sailor Moon deck. So I haven't used those in a while, a long time. So that's the one I'm pulling. So one of the cards that Luna got as well is the Ten of Swords. So here you see it kind of like sparkles and it has a little. Let me see if I put my light more here. Yay! So you have the Ten of Swords as well, but with your Ten of Swords, of course, Ten of Swords are like ending of like completion. We're coming to the end of a cycle, especially like internally. Like I kind of have more like internal stuff for you as well. Kind of like how Luna said, it seems like you're coming to a place of peace. But your Ten of Swords shows that you're coming to the end of like any kind of internal struggle. So like stressing or anxiety and overthinking or feeling like you're the one that's carrying a lot of the weight as to what's going on. And that's important to understand that it's that you the what the cards are saying, like you're the one that's holding a lot of it. But then again, you're the one that's in power and control of that. And the reminder is because here you have the emperor. So your emperor is like it's very strong masculine energy. And we're also it's a sign of Aries and the Mercury retrograde is in Aries. So if anything, I think this is a time that you need to be aggressive and like with the boundaries and say no, then the aggression needs to like do not be afraid to like connect with that masculine energy of yours to like put your standard and put your foot down and set those boundaries. The emperor is also very true to himself and to his heart, but as well like his integrity and his values. So if you know what's right or like you're trying to justify something, it's the truth, then like your emperor is telling you to like tap into that energy, you know? You're like the leader and you're the boss. So it's almost like how are you setting like you're the one that's going to set the the tone for your healing process or the peace of mind that's coming through. So that's like with your emperor energy. You know, it's kind of like telling you don't be afraid to be very like aggressive, which is very like masculine energy. To me, masculine energy is the more like the doer compared to like feminine. I think it's more like calming and like healing. So with your the masculine part of you, it's almost telling you that you need to like, you know, by you putting your foot down, it's almost like how you're starting the stepping stone of like the peace and the balance and the inner healing of like all these kinds of like things that you've been actually holding within. And you know, the retrograde also brings stuff to the surface forward. So I think if like for example, something like that, like your sister did, it could have actually triggered you to get aggressive and like, you know, get mad and angry and say something. So it's almost like you might get triggered in ways that like it's the universe basically telling you you either need to like step up and say it yourself or we're gonna put actions we're gonna put little things forward that are gonna make you step into that kind of energy. So I think it's like it's either up to you. You choose to like step into it or you're gonna have to like let the universe basically kind of just shove it into people's faces, you know, like just give it to them. It's like so the card that came out twice, it's like the next one that comes out is the Ace of Pentacles. And then you got it, and then you got the aces. These are called compacts. So you see, it came out twice. So I think it's and then you have the nine of coins as well. Those are big money cards, and I think it's telling you like the universe is telling you don't worry about this money part. It's almost more like look at there's a lesson there to learn and to accept compared to the money is no factor because the universe is just gonna bring you the money. It's like handing it to you. It's gonna bring it to you whether it's bonus, people owe you money, you're into a new role of money, you're the one that's dominant with the money, like it's gonna come to you, you're gonna be the one in control of the money. So it's almost like I think it's more about whatever happened in that moment that involves money, what is like the lesson or the structure that you need more control of. So I will say, you know, that's why I was like, how interesting that you have these two money cards, but or that it came out twice. But I think the universe is really trying to tell you, don't let that whole situation about the money part, you know, like scare you. Or if there's something that involves a lot of money, that it's like it holds very heavy on you. Like it's okay, you're gonna be able to like release it in some kind of sense, and it's not gonna be like the whole point is not the money. It's like there's something deeper into that role. Yes, that applies to job and the executorship. Yes, exactly. Like it's just like, you know, the emperor is also like the ruler, the leader, they're the boss. So you need to be the ruler, the leader, and the boss right now. You need to be the one in control of these things. Because if you're not that you lose control, but like you're giving your power away to other people. And then they have control of other things that like it's almost like they're leading your destiny. So it's up to you. Do you want to be the one saying, you know, what's gonna happen to you, or you're gonna like put your destiny into somebody else's hands, you know? And here's your other money card, the nine of coins. The nine of coins is like as well, like, you know, a moment of like the number nine is always before the number 10. So it's a moment of like taking a pause and considering and thinking everything around us. So I think as well as telling you to like, yes, I think no, like I think the one thing you should be doing right now is like placing your dominance in all these situations, but you know, taking your time into like the long term goal of this, or like what are you gonna do long term after this. So let's say the executorship, like how you're gonna handle this situation, or like, with your sister, if she is going to pay the money, then how are you being like, aggressive about that moving forward, like just making sure that right now it's not just talk, like it's also like you're walking the talk. You know what I mean? Like, what am I? And your nine of coins is kind of like, it's also like a very lush garden. Like the money will always come in. The money comes in all the time. You're growing the money. You've already planted seeds for money to come to you from anywhere. So with that said as well, I have the world card for you. Where the world card too, I do see people as well, maybe from other factors of like maybe someone you have like Luna got the six of cups, but the way your cards are reading, also for me, I feel like maybe it is someone is people. Certain people are going to come into your lifetime. Maybe are from different parts of the world or places right now that you haven't seen. And it's almost like you see how she's very like embracive. It's kind of saying like embrace this moment with them, like it's opportunity to like grow and expand. And I think as well, the world is like the last card in the major arcana, so it's about the self growth and development. These lessons, these actions that are happening, the lessons, you will grow from them 100%, but it's gonna like bring like a lot of inner growth for you. And like I think as well, like being very dominant to like feel confident in how you are setting the tone for a lot of things. So if right now you feel like scared or timid or like worrying, those feelings are gonna flush out and you are gonna be more present into being, very dominant and like the emperor, like the leader. And with the world, again, a lot of expansion and inner growth, but as well, like I think you're gonna start seeing people from different places or places you haven't seen in a while. Or if you want to go somewhere that you haven't been in a while, to go to just like let go and just like be embracive with like the world, just nature, just with Mother Nature, just open to like the experiences. And the world is showing like those moments are gonna be very helpful for you. And then your last card here is the Page of Cups, where the Page of Cups is very like feminine and dainty. It's like a lot of like inner healing and like being in a new like place emotionally, that we've done a lot of like growth. So it's almost like releasing, and then but then therefore there's new beginnings for like our internal sector of ours. So you see how she's very feminine. She's also kind of like very like bare and sexy. It's almost like that. Like I think like just being like very in your skin or feeling very confident in like yourself, whether it's like your spirit or like your body too, and just you and just feeling yourself, that like you feel really good. Like I think this this role that you have to take on to be like the leader, the boss, the aggressor, is just also gonna do like the inner healing and the inner work for you, but in a sense also like bring out this new sparkle, like the outer layer of you, that's gonna make you like people are gonna tell, like you're gonna be glowing, like you're gonna be vibrant, and people are gonna be like, hey girl, that they notice it from you. And it's also like I think you're also gonna be really confident in accepting that inner part of yourself. So yeah, those are your cards. Like very interesting retrograde, but it sucks. Sometimes the universe just has to slap us with certain lessons, or like certain things have to happen for there to be like us to look at things a little bit deeper, or like just realize those material things don't matter, or it's not about the material things. There's something much more deeper in this. And how are we like solving it? Or for you in this case, like how are you stepping up and being like, you know, the very emperor energy you are, to be in control of like yourself, but taking back your power from others.
Definitely. That's a good reading. I hope those messages resonate with you, Martika, and help you navigate the rest of this Mercury retrograde. So let me see. We have Jennifer, right?
Yes.
And she
Oh
said, I'm
my
gonna
God,
look
so
back.
good and so on point. Things are slowly happening, but they are. I believe the end of the month will bring this peace. Will really bring this peace. Yes.
That it seems like a lot of clarity, a lot of just more calm waters,
Yeah.
calmness of
Yeah.
in your. So it says here, thank you for booking a spot, Martika. As always, we appreciate you
Yes. We appreciate
and your
you.
support. Thank you. Um, I'm trying to look back on what Jennifer said. She said.
She
She
said something like, I
wants
think what would help her
shift.
shift
Yeah, it
in
says
her
what I
journey
need
right now.
to shift in order to make positive changes in my life for the rest of the year. All right, girl. So that's she wants to know what she needs to do to shift positive changes in her life for the rest of the year.
She
You
will
too
have
have
a
a
great night,
great and
ladies.
beautiful restful
Bye.
night.
Okay, and then Jennifer said, what does she have to do to shift the energy for a better
Yeah.
2024? Basically,
Yes.
for the rest of the year. Yes. That's a good question. And again, the retrograde is a good time to reveal and bring a lot of things to the surface. It might be in the toughest way possible. And we also have like the common Chiron in the mix of things. And that's like the healer planet, like the ultimate healer. So it might trigger certain points of us. It might trigger and like tip tap into certain things that we don't want to face. But this is the time to face it. So and we're also it was the eclipse season. So there's a lot of like big slaps in the face to everybody who has not faced their issues. So, but if you're working on your things, I think maybe more clarity to those things are gonna come, you know, are gonna really prove themselves to you.
Hmm. Jeez. They're clear as day. There
Oh
you
my
go.
God, you're
I
so
didn't have
funny.
to do much for that. Yeah, the cards are like flying everywhere for her. You're like, oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. I was like, oh my god.
Oop, there it is. You know that song? Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah, of
You know what's so
course.
funny? I kind of like I didn't realize how these alpha kids, the alpha generation, whatever the F they're called, alpha X, and like these Gen
That's
Z,
after Gen X. Is after Gen X Alpha, right?
yeah, the ones after they're called alpha something. I think they're alpha X or some shit like that. How they think that like us millennials and like obviously I think everybody feels the way I am about boomers, but it's just like they think we're so old or how cringe certain things about our
We're
like
not
grow.
even middle age.
I know, and I was like, you guys are such little shits. You make me like feel, at a certain
You know
moment.
what? This when they talk like that, in my head I'm like, we'll wait. Cause you know what it is when people think they know, and then the reality of the world hits them a couple of times, and then they're like, oh, we get you now. I'm like, yes. So I don't even pay no mind. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, when you see something coming, you're just like, oh, okay. You're still young, you don't know yet. Okay,
Uh,
sure, say that. And then they'll realize, oh, now I know what you're talking about. I'm like, mhm. So they just haven't experienced enough to know the
yeah,
state of where we are mentally.
yeah,
So when
that's
they
true.
get there, then they'll be like, oh, we mistook, you know.
A lot of the things we said, yeah,
Uh-huh. It's like a reincarnation of boomers. But I feel like with the younger generations, you can change their minds, which is
yeah.
better because, some generations it sticks and doesn't budge the mentality. But I think with the younger generations, yes, they may have their moments, but then they can shift. And that's usually based on experience. So Jennifer, girl, I got stuff for you, girl. This year, this Mercury retrograde is gonna spark a lot of things too.
Ooh,
So I asked, what's your energy? Girl, you're guarded. Sorry, my man's snoring. Sorry. He's tired. If you hear snoring, sorry. So you have here this is I think one is this a nine? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Yeah, right. I'm right. Sorry. Roman numerals, I forgot for a minute. The nine of wands. So I saw this card, I heard you're guarded. Girl, you're like watching your back. You're like, who's behind me? Watching people's energies. You're very guarded right now. I feel like the need to say that you're protected and that you don't need to go overboard, hyper focusing on protection. I know you sense and feel things around you, and it may be because you're really sensitive, but it doesn't mean someone's actively attacking you. Now, the reason I'm saying don't worry about protecting yourself in the sense of like hyper focusing on that is because you got here the justice card. So there's clearly some type of, you have, I don't know, they're making me hint this. You have a spiritual team that is basically, they're the Avengers. I like to call my spiritual team the Avengers. They're the types that fuck around and find out. So if anyone messes with you, your team got your back. You get instant, like they get, whoever is messing with you gets instant justice. So I feel like you don't have to worry about people if they are sending you mal de ojo, whatever, your spiritual team is like, I bet we're gonna reverse that and send them a little something. So don't worry about you're thinking people are sending you stuff. They want you to focus on what really matters, not protecting yourself because they got your back already. Don't worry about that, but just focus on what this year is gonna bring, focusing on what the moment is saying to you, like what you're supposed to focus on. So they don't want you to worry about that. So I don't know if that's something that you've been kind of a little focused on because of all the energies and shifts that are happening this year. And a lot of people are, some people are losing their sense of reality. So all these things. But Spirit says you're protected. You got a Avengers team that they protect you like with armor and all. They say you don't have to worry. So I feel like this message just to ease your fears, your doubts, everything that's going on this year. Okay, so that's one message. This is your current energy. You're very guarded. So what is the energy in terms of Mercury and what's going to bring to you in terms of how to create more positive changes is that you need to focus on your relationships and letting some of the relationships rest. So I don't know if you're entertaining the wrong people, and this means relationships is not only a love partnership, this could be friends, and this could be relatives. So they're saying that you're too focused on some type of relationships. Maybe you're pouring your energy too much to a person or giving your energy away to people. You're letting them to get the best of you, and your guides want you to focus on easing your mind and probably taking a break, or not allowing people to take your energy when there is some type of connection or experience with them. I do feel like this may be family related or friends. So I don't know if you got some people around you that are draining you. I don't think they mean to. And if they do mean to, this is probably why you feel a little guarded. So your guides want you to focus on how to remove yourself or put boundaries around these people and redirect the focus on you. Focus on yourself, your own relationship with yourself. Why am I giving these people this my energy and my power? How can I stop that? And that usually starts with you. There's something going on with you that you feel the need to give these people your energy and power. So I feel like this Mercury in retrograde is going to allow you to call your power back and focus on healing yourself, but also loving yourself at a deeper level. Because when you do, you don't give so much to others. You feel satisfied with certain connections and certain boundaries, and you don't feel afraid to enforce them. Okay. You don't feel afraid because you're honoring yourself and you love yourself. So a lot of rest, a lot of time away and focusing on the love within yourself. That's what I'm hearing. In order for you to make those positive shifts, you have to focus on yourself, loving yourself, giving into yourself, taking a rest from the people that take away from you. Okay. If a relationship is taking more and draining you in the end, it's not really a good connection. And you may need to enforce more boundaries. So that's what Mercury is going to bring to you in the sense of uh, things you need to focus on. Now, I have here things you need to navigate in terms of to have better positive changes this year is focusing on what drives you. So it looks like your guides want you to focus on like special projects, new opportunities. They want you to focus on that and also focus on nurturing yourself with the Empress card. I feel like when you do these things, you're focusing on what drives you, what's your passion. You're actually focusing on you. Anything to do with your passions, your habits, your side gigs, your side hustles, it's focusing on you and less on others. And that's what your guides want you to do more. As you focus and you do the things you love, you're nurturing yourself as well. You're loving yourself more. So, and this doesn't only mean jobs and habits. It could be also going out on trips, doing some type of events, going to events, doing activities that allows to nurture yourself as well. This could be spiritual. I don't know why I'm hearing retreats. I don't know why I'm hearing that. A retreat, spiritual retreat, or health retreat. I feel like you're like into health and wealth. So I don't know if that's something that you're very focused on, but anything health wise is also something that can bring you opportunities of growth and also open doors to you to new like opportunities, lands, even new energies and timelines. So I think the whole way to focus is just to love yourself and focus on you and focus less on others. That's the general sense I'm getting from this. Focus on yourself. The more you focus on yourself, it looks like maybe those people may throw some male ojo because you're taking the energy back. But girl, you got an Avengers team. That's why they say we're the Avengers. We will knock them out. Okay, so don't worry throughout this whole year. Don't worry. They got your back. And yes, there may be people taking more energy. Like she said, that eye, all of that. You're going to be good. Just focus on loving yourself. And if anyone gets too, like I said, if anyone gets too worthy with their mouth, like, why are you doing that? I don't think you can do that. I don't, remove yourself from that person. Please do yourself a favor. Those people with that type of energy can block your own without you even noticing. So just saying. And then the last card you got for Oracle is Metamorphosis. Look how pretty that is. So this whole year is about change. This is not external change. This is deep internal change. Redirecting the energy to you, nourishing yourself like a plant, giving yourself love and care and all that, and growing, and you're changing. And you're gonna realize, wow, I was doing all this other shit for other people. I just need to focus on me. And now look at how well I'm doing. So it says here, trust the process and be patient. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. Okay. And I also hear that as you do this, you're going to even look more beautiful. Like it's just, you're going to glow. And you're going to meet new people that align with you and give you the reciprocation that you so want from others. And it's just going to be a beautiful experience. So, yeah, that's overall your reading for the rest of the year and Mercury retrograde. That was really straight to the point. Good job, team.
Well, team loves to play games because you know what was my last card?
What?
Oh my god! Yeah, it definitely has some similar stuff, but like very focused too on like almost like just being gentle on you because a lot your metamorphosis and your changes are happening. So I think this is what this year it is about changes. You're asking about changes and you're asking the universe, how am I going to shift? Okay, you need to be okay with these shifts. Okay, like you need to be uncomfortable and okay with the shifts. Like that's it. And you just need to let it go and release it. Whatever needs to be let go and release. I think that's what I got out of what Danny was saying. You know, there's a lot of like, especially with people and relationships. And then like I feel like with what I pulled for you, it definitely like talks a lot about like you being gentle. So the first one I have, and I think it's very interesting that one of the first things you started talking about was for her to tap more with like her spirituality or like her team or to that her team's here with you. And that the hermit is very spiritual. Like the hermit is about like solitude and using your spirituality to connect with like the universe and your team and your ancestors. So I think that's something very what's going to help you during this phase of changes is taking some time to be with yourself and tap into like your spiritual side. And that's great, like that you got a tarot reading. You know, that's like a good sign. Like you're showing the universe that you want guidance or you're open to the process. So I would say also maybe, you know, you meditating or doing Reiki, sound healing, yoga, get your crystals, chart your crystals, do your moon rituals, do whatever, like especially with self-care because the hermit, it's the sign of a Virgo and Virgos are big on like mental health and self-care. So it might obviously your changes might take a lot on you or it's going to be hard for you I think internally and mentally to accept it, but you need to. The hermit says that like taking the time in solitude to like be with yourself to one, I think, come to peace with like the mentality of everything that's happening. Two, to tap in with like your spirituality and your intuition. You do have a really great connection. The universe is here trying to help you. So connecting more with them is going to make the changes more, I would say, in control of what it is that you want. So also like praying and meditating is like you telling your guides right now what is those changes you want. So at least by you talking to them, there's a sense of control of like at least what is the end goal, and whatever way the universe shows it to you, I think you just need to accept it and be open to it. You know, like we are saying, kind of being uncomfortable with it. And being with like yourself, it's almost like the little hermit crab is like taking time to be within itself to really learn more about themselves. So you're gonna might tap into like knowing more deeper as to like why do I want these things. Let's say if it's money, why do I want more money? Or like Danny was saying, really tap deeper into like these opportunities or like creative ventures. Like how are these things gonna really help me as a person? Like how, if this did change, how does this change me? Because again, you are changing and there's these changes that are happening, and the universe is going to put you in, if you don't put yourself in solitude, the universe is going to put you there for you to figure it out. So at least I always tell people, either you choose or you let the universe choose. But at least if you're choosing, you're doing it the way you want to. So think about that. You know, and I can see that you are thinking a lot about money. Like there is a sense of money, or maybe like you are wanting to have more money or opportunities. And the seven of coins is also a card of like taking a step back. Maybe there are little seeds or little ideas you have, but they haven't quite flourished. And like maybe you're also in the mindset of like, how can this change, or how can this manifest more? And the universe is saying not more, but deeper. Like again, because it's next to your hermit, it wants you to connect deeper with like your money and your opportunities. Like, how would these things really tap into like who I am, what I want, and what I need right now for me to feel really good and secure about my future. The seven of coins is a good card too about like these opportunities. They're not just gonna bring you, let's say, $500 right now. They're gonna bring you the money and the investments you need to like lay down the foundation for like long term. So I think as well, like with your hermit and your money situation too, think deeper as to like how could money or these opportunities really change my life for more security or safety or like inner peace, you know, because money can drive us crazy sometimes, or like thinking about money could, like, it's our livelihood, it could definitely bring, you know, anxiety and stress. And that's happened to me, you know, and I think just being, you know, it tapped into this energy is important. And then you also have the Queen of Cups, which the Queen of Cups is another card of like emotional healing and like tapping into like what we need emotionally and internally, to feel very like, you know, I think happy and secure. Because maybe you're not really happy with a lot of circumstances, and like it's more like, you know, you deserve more. And I think you're into the Queen of Cups is also very intuitive. That's why she looks very like, you know, she's closing her mind. She's very still. Like, think about that too. You are very intuitive, or you do have this vibrational energy happening. And I think that's like your guides trying to tap more with you. Or like them, maybe you're seeing signs and numbers and animals and things like that. Just try to like receive those messages. But with your Queen of Cups too, cups are relating to like our emotions and love. So I think you do need maybe like a lot of things like relating to emotions and love, and certain relationships could be tested. So just take it easy on yourself as to like how you're processing all these things. Because with that said, here you have the Strength card, which with the Strength card, it represents a lot of like, you do have the inner courage and strength to really persevere anything that's gonna come and be thrown at you right now. It's definitely that saying that like God is down to put something in front of you that it knows you can't fight, you know? Like she's ready to fight and she's ready to go. And so don't be surprised if a certain side of you comes through and it's just more like courageous or roaring even deeper. But with that said, it's another card saying to take it easy on you and yourself right now with this battle that is happening in the outer world. You know, in the outer world, all these things are happening, but then in the internal and like the inner and the spiritual world, I think that's your resting point. That's where you need to tap into like ground yourself, maybe sleep, like, you know, and maybe that's why you also have the hermit with me, because like the hermit is very spiritual and it's almost like the other realm of things, you know, like your spirit, your mind, taking care of that side of things. So with your strength is another card of like you. That's why I like I said, I had a lot of cards for you that are very focused on you, like you taking care of yourself in the process of all these changes that are happening. You definitely are asking the universe for change and it's going to give it to you. So it's more like, how are you going to be again okay with these things? So I think something that Dynamics noticed said, it was that like if certain relationships are being like removed and lifted from you, you need to be okay with that, because even then better ones are coming too. Because here you have the Three of Cups. So Three of Cups are good. It's a good card of like celebrating happy wins that are coming your way. And as well, the number three is a very divine number. So the number three is like your team is definitely bringing the right people and the right opportunities into your life right now. So whoever's being removed, just see it as like the way I always tell people, it's like it's almost like whatever is going to be removed is going to be replaced, but with a better version of that. So also think about like if people aren't showing up for you as hard as you show up for them, I think you just need to be okay with that and let it go and release it, because now the universe is going to bring that kind of friendship, especially female. I see like a lot of female friends or girlfriends that like maybe they're not okay, or maybe they're jealous, or like they have this weird shift with you. And you know what? They need to shift away from you, and we're gonna bring like stronger, bad bitches to be with you, and that like vibe with your vibe, and that maybe support you, or maybe they help network you, or they bring you into spaces that there's other women that are like you, and that they're gonna uplift you. Because the people you have right now are definitely not doing that for you, and you need to like, you need to release it and let it go. Maybe you didn't really think about. I think people when they think about changes or like wanting different things. Maybe not all the time we think about friends, or it's hard to let go of friends because there's so much weird dynamics behind them. Like, oh, I've known them for so long, or they helped me with this. It's like, okay, but at the end of the day, you don't owe anybody anything. You owe yourself 110%. And if you right now need better people in your life, then these people need to be let go and release them, Let it go and release. So with that said, too, here you have the sun. So the sun is like the happiest card can come out, and it shows a lot of like happiness and joy and fulfillment and emotional growth. And it's like the sun is also about new beginnings. It wants you to see these changes or these shifts that is going to happen, that it's a whole new life, it's a whole new beginning, it's a whole new start. It's all more like inner child, like adventurous stuff. So I would say not that there's inner child healing, but I think it wants you to tap into like what you would have loved to do as a child and do it now with your new friends. And I think that's going to be your form of relief as well. You know, or maybe if you have a partner now and they're very supportive and solid with you, like how are you doing these little moments with them to bring in new happiness and joyous moments? You know, as you can see, the card is also very like sparkly and pink and feminine and pretty. So it just represents that too, like a very like soft and tender moments are coming for you. So with the last card, the reason why I said I think the universe and Luna knows why. Your last card with her was metamorphosis, which that means change, And then so with the last card I have for you is the death card. With the death represents your rebirth and like changes. So it basically is stating the universe is going to give you your changes, but it's like the bigger, like the rebirth, the death. When it comes out, it is the big, major like change and lift, and for the better. So at the beginning of that, it could be challenging because certain things that no longer serve you are going to be like let go, and like whether you're trying to let it go or not, the universe is going to remove it from you. So again, either you want to do it your way or you're going to let the universe do it for you. You decide, but it's going to happen. And then it happens, it's going to be removed, and then that's it. And you need to be like open. You see how her arms are open, or like it's very like open space. You need to be open for all the new things that are coming. So there's better things that are coming in the horizon, and this is like your rebirth year. This is like your metamorphosis year. This is your year for change. So I would say with the retrograde, retrogrades are also moments of like processing everything, taking your time to think and assess and plan ahead. And your first card that I pulled for you was the Hermit. So the Hermit's very that, like you being with yourself, spending some time alone, like really think deep about like what do I want, or if a shift is gonna happen, and what do I want that shift to, like what is that shift gonna bring to me, and be very focused on that. But don't be surprised if you get like bigger, deeper like signs or dreams as to like your universe and your guides trying to tell you, no, we want you to tap bigger. We want you to dream bigger. We want you to look at things even larger than life because we're gonna bring this to you and it's gonna happen. But I would say, like I said, you either could choose the way you want that to happen, or if you let the universe do it, the universe can play a rough game. So totally up to you. But with these changes, take it easy on yourself. Be gentle on yourself. Do like very what it says like soft living, wellness, journal, pray, meditate, go outside, ground yourself. If you have a pet, go walk your pet or be with your pet. You know, go to the ocean, go do whatever it is you need to do to connect with like the universe to like bring peace and balance in the moments of like the heavy shift that's about to happen for you.
Great reading, girl. She's gonna go through through it in a good way though. I feel like
Yeah,
these are
yeah.
like an upheaval in the best way possible. I say embrace anything that goes your way. Know that you're deeply guided. So yeah, I feel like this is a good internal change year.
Yes, yeah. This is a year. This is a good year for you to change and like, it's also the year of the eighth. So like, think about like whatever change is gonna happen, it's gonna bring me that infinitely. Like again, going back to that money idea or the opportunity idea, is not just for now or for the next 2 years. Think about like where you want this to take you for the next 5, 10, your next cycle. Like, where is it gonna take you?
Yeah, definitely. The daily vet, we're not doing free readings, we're doing donation based readings. So you have to donate a certain amount to get a reading for me and sister. The link is below if you're interested. But if you're not, we're gonna sign off in like 2, 3 minutes. That was fun. I feel like this Mercury retrograde, I don't know, for me, it hasn't been too terrible, but then again, I don't know yet because we still got there's a ways into it. I just hope it's not too bad. But so far it's okay. It's okay. I'm kind
Yeah.
of being okay with the technology being slower, things being slow. I'm like, all right,
The
whatever
technology
has to
has
happen.
been testing my patience. Like, just like it's acting up. But I've been that way.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, it's a retrograde. So I'm not gonna be there like, ah. I'm just like,
Hmm.
okay, let me come back. Or maybe let me reload. Or you know what? Let me just use my own Wi-Fi network. Like at the mall where I work at lately, typically the mall has a Wi-Fi for everyone. And for
Hmm.
some reason it's just not working, or it's saying that like, oh, it's a bad, when it's like a, let's say, a server that like it thinks I could
It's
take care, like,
down.
yeah, it won't allow it to happen, and that's what's been happening, and I'm just like, what the fudge. So
Yeah. My
whenever I
service
leave
has
my
been
store, it
terrible too.
automatically starts acting all crazy. Yeah.
I think that's why I said earlier, I said that maybe some people are experiencing issues with their service, I've been experiencing a lot of like down, I don't know, there's just spots where because I'm in T-Mobile, a lot of areas are not
Me too.
that great. And then even the Wi-Fi is slower, everything's slower. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. That's why I download books I have little books on my phone. I have my little music on my phone just in case. And some little games if I'm on my way to work. Cause that's usually where the spottiness is like really bad in certain
Mm.
places. But yeah,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Hopefully all good things. I feel like in the end good things are gonna come. We just gotta focus on ourselves and heal ourselves and do things that bring us joy, and it will bring lift the energy collectively. If everyone focuses on what makes them happy, that's a collective shift.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, happiness doesn't mean anything negative in terms of hurting others. It means like true happiness and joy and peace. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited for what's gonna happen next in the retrogrades and in the collective Earth astrology because a lot's happening.
Yeah,
So
it
I'm
is.
hoping good things. And if not, I'm gonna focus on myself and just project love to everybody else because that everybody needs it.
Yeah, that's
Especially
true.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we can wish for.
It's
But
true.
yeah, thank you so much, sister, for joining me again. I hope you feel better. I hope your cold is very much 24-hour bug and you feel better tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see everyone on the next one. Obviously, follow Sister at La Bruja de 305 on her YouTube. And I think her Instagram is the Tarot Queen, and her TikTok is La Bruja de 3052.
Yeah.
But soon enough, TikTok is gonna be, so
Ah!
follow her, follow her on her YouTube, of course, and on her Instagram. Because that's
Yeah.
honestly, why are they doing that? But whatever. Follow me at Lunasoul Oracle here on YouTube, and Lunasoul underscore Oracle at Instagram, and then Lunasoul Oracle. Did I change that? No, no. And TikTok should be the same.
Yeah.
Regular Lunasoul Oracle. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you on the next collab. Thank you so much, sister.
Yay! Thank you for
Bye.
having me. Bye, guys.